Hey y'all, this is Stephanie. Welcome to Large Family Diabetic Cooking. We're getting ready to do some baking today. We're going to make some Amish white bread, but it calls for bread flour and I don't have any. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make homemade bread flour with plain old all-purpose flour. And it's really simple. Because bread flour is extremely expensive, and I wrote down different prices. Gold medal at Walmart is $5.38 for a 5-pound bag. These are all 5-pound bags. Great Value is $3.93. Pillsbury is $3.98. King Arthur is $5.58. Bob's Red Mill is $5.63. But the unbleached is $22.60 for 5 pounds. And for King Arthur, for the organic, it's $26.70. And Amazon prices are unreal. Absolutely unreal. So for a 10-pound bag of all-purpose flour, and I got Great Value, I paid, well, a couple months ago, I got it, and it was $3 and some change. Now the price is going up to $4.34. And then I also have cornstarch, 16-ounce container of Argo for $5.78. But they do have a Great Value that I've never used. It's 16 ounces and it's $1.92. So I've always used Argo. I'll have to try. I want to try the Great Value, and I want to see what the difference is between the two. So, but right now, we're going to make some bread flour. But before I do that, I have a new subscriber. This is the month of August, and the new subscriber is Going Slowly Nowhere. Welcome. All right, so we're going to do, I am doing a double recipe, which calls for 11 cups of flour. So let's start measuring out, and then I'm going to show you the next process. Guess what I did? Lost track of counting. So now we got to start all over. All right, let me do it this way. One, two, 3, 4, 5. Now I gotta get another 5 cups out. Well, actually it's 11. So 1, 2. This way takes less time. 3, 4, Okay, so now for every cup of flour, we're going to remove 2 tablespoons of flour, and it'll go back in our flour. So let's get, so we've got, so 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, that's 22 tablespoons. One, whoops, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22. Now, before I move any further, I need to see if I got another thing of cornstarch in here. Yes, I do. Because the last thing I want to do is get in the middle of making something and not have enough. And I never even thought to look and see. Let's put this flour back in here. Now we're going to add 22 tablespoons of cornstarch. To our flour, to our all-purpose flour. And I have my whisk here ready to go. So, let's get started. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I'm gonna put this aside and I'm gonna open up that when we're done doing everything and put what's left in here, because there's not that much left in here. I'll put it in that one and put it in the thingy. So now we're going to mix all of this together. Is that still wet? That's weird. All right, so now we're gonna mix all of this together, cornstarch and the flour, and now you have bread flour. It was that simple, and it didn't take us long. So now we're going to start the next process. I need to put because we're doing a double recipe, we're going to be doing 2 separate yeast things. So I need to get these out of my way. This needs put aside. Nope, I need this because we have to do it 1 cup at a time when we add our flour. Everything else is pretty much, no, I need a tablespoon. And I have a teaspoon over there. But this stuff is going to get put away and out of my way. For a second. I need to move this here. Alright, now I need another container for the yeast. I need 2 containers for the yeast. 2 bowls. I'm going to have to use all of these. The only thing that's not going to get used is that one. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. I need 4 cups of milk. So I'm going to use my powdered milk. And then I'm going to need 4 cups of water. And it has to be warm water. So let me get my water running. And get it warm. That's perfect. You want to make sure that your water is warm, because the last thing you want to do is kill your yeast. So, I'm going to get the milk together, and then we're going to separate it in those 2 bowls over there. Then we're going to get the water together, and then we're going to put our sugar in and our yeast in, and then we got to let it sit for 10 minutes. So let me get this together here. Okay, that's done. So now I'm going to put you guys over here, and I'm going to do 2 cups in this one. Oops. Almost. All right, and then 2 cups in this one. Now I need 4 cups of water. between the two. There we go. 4 cups of water in this one. Okay. Now it says to add 2/3 cup sugar. So, where's my sugar at? Right here. And then it says to add 3 tablespoons of yeast. So now what we're going to do, we need to check and see what 2/3 cup is, or what 1/3 cup is. 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons. So that'll be 4 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons. So we're going to do 4 tablespoons in each one. One. 2. 3. I messed up. Well, here's what we're going to do then. We're going to put it all in one because I messed up. But that was my mistake. I really messed up. Oh, crap. And I spilled sugar. But it's a good thing I'm sitting down, so now I can grab this, go over to the sink, and dump it in the sink. Water. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do 4 teaspoons of sugar. One. 2, 3, 4. All right. I wanted to make sure that I'm getting this right. I don't want to mess it up. Because that's a lot of product to go through to mess it up. All right, now we're going to add 3 tablespoons, so that will be 6. We're going to do 6 tablespoons of yeast, because like I said, we're doubling the recipe. And then I'll grab my whisk over there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have exactly 5. Not quite, but I have another thing of yeast. Because I do a lot of baking, I always make sure I have double or triple of everything, so that way I don't end up in a situation where I don't have enough. because the last thing you want to do is mess up your recipe. The last thing you want to do is mess up your recipe. Okay, 6. So now let me get my whisk out. Let me put this in the refrigerator to keep it fresh. Grab my whisk. And then we're going to whisk all this in here. What we're going to have to do is we're going to have to put it in here. Well, no. I just need a bigger bowl. That's all. And a bigger bowl. Now we're going to let this sit for 10 minutes. And while it's sitting, we're going to clean up our mess. Because I made a mess. And I gotta sweep my flour because I spilled some sugar. And it's only gonna take me a few minutes to get this all cleaned up while that's sitting. Y'all know my saying. One thing I can't stand, and y'all know the rest. But for those of you that are new, my saying is, one thing I can't stand is a dirty kitchen. I need to get these bowls washed because I'm going to need to put the dough when it's done in a bowl, and it's going to have to be covered. So, and unfortunately, this is going to end up being a two-parter. Because like I said, with my grandson being under the weather, my son cannot look at my phone to fix whatever's going on with it so that I can record, or so that I can edit. So, you're going to get everything, mistakes and all. And I don't mind that. Because even the best of chefs make mistakes. And I'm not a chef. I'm a home cook just like the rest of you. I'm just teaching you what I do. And if you have any questions or anything and you need answers to anything, by all means, text me. So, I'm waiting for, not now, please, no sneezing. But, I'm waiting for some groceries to come because I need to make a, Rainbow Baked Alaska. I also need to make, okay, that's gonna have to go in there. I think I got clean towels up there, clean hand towels. I am sweating like crazy. But somebody turned the air off in the dining room and there's no air coming in here, so. Alright, let me bring you all over here. I need to clean up the sugar that I spilled. I want to get it cleaned up. Went, so we're just going to get the whole area here and make sure that we got it all. Okay. There was still some sugar on the floor, but I got it. All right, that's done. Wash my hands. Oh, and I need a new towel. Clean towel. Now, move this out of the way. I need this because this is a scoopy thingy. So, we're going to do this one at a time. So, I need to, it hasn't been 10 minutes yet. At least not that I think. I don't think it has been. But, I need to show you my yeast. Did excellent. This is how you know your yeast is really good. That is all foam from the yeast on top. So, now what we're going to do, the next step, it says we got to put in our liquid. So let me stir this back up again. I'll put you over here so you can see and turn you down and make sure I don't hit the button and shut you all off. This is awesome. All right, so now we need 4 cups of this in here. And I have my liquid measuring cup out. There's a fly in here. Somebody let it in yesterday, and I've been trying to find it to kill it. 3, and then 4. And then the last 4 cups will go in when we get ready to do the next set. Ooh, I didn't want to do that. Actually, this can go in the sink because I don't need it anymore. Now it says to add flour one at a time, but what we're going to do is we're going to, it says to add 1 cup of flour and 3 teaspoons of salt. So that would actually be 1.5 teaspoons of salt because, like I said, we're doubling the recipe. Where is? Okay, here's my teaspoon. Here's the salt. If you add the salt to your sugar and your yeast and your water and your milk, before the yeast has a chance to do anything, the salt will kill the yeast. So we don't want to do that. That's the last thing we want to do is kill our salt or kill our yeast. So I'm going to put a cup of flour in first because it says a cup of flour, add salt, and then I need to add 1/4 cup oil. So we're going to add that. I need 1/4 cup. Right here. It's a liquid. So we're going to put this over here. So we've already added 1 cup in. So now we got to do another 5 cups, but we're going to add it one at a time. So I'm going to add my 1/4 cup oil in. I would do coconut oil, but I'm running low on that, so I need to get some more. So 1.5 teaspoons of salt. There we go. And then we're going to put the hook on, which I meant to do. Unplug. Now plug it back in. And we're going to start getting that mixed through. And then I'm going to put this on because this will make it easier to get the flour in. So, I mean, it was really simple to make bread flour. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure, this is cup number 2, you want to make sure that it's completely mixed through before you add your next cup. Keep an eye on that. Cup number 3. It's getting there. So, because in all actuality, it is 5.5 cups because it's 11 cups of flour. So before. Out of my way. I need to pull out my I need to pull out my my spatula because we're going to clean the sides, and I'm going to show you where we're at right now. That's where we're at right now. So, all right, so now I'm going to scrape down the sides. All right, and we're going to make sure that all that flour is in there, mixed good. Okay. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. All right, now let's get this back on here and get it mixing. I might have to add more flour because it is way too soupy, and it shouldn't be. Let me see. I mean, if I have to, at least I got my flour out so that way if I need to make another cup of it might have something to do with the temperature outside because it has been raining all morning and it has not let up. So far I've got 6.5 cups in here. And it's still looking pretty soupy, and it should not be. And I'm following the directions to the letter. And it should not be soupy like this. So, and I'm wondering if the temperature has a lot to do with it outside. I'm going to add another 1/2 cup, and that's going to make it 7 cups. Well, I'm not going to add a full 1/2 cup. I'm only going to do some of it because I just needed to pull away from away from the sides. Once it pulls away from the sides, I'm good. And it's not doing it. It's just, it's as soupy as ever. I'm going to add a little bit more flour. So now that's going to make it 7.5 cups of flour. Now it's starting to pull away from its 7.5 cups of flour. Still hasn't pulled away from the side of. Let me show you what's going on. It should be pulling away from the sides of the bowl, and it is not. I'm getting a little frustrated. But this is my first time making bread, so we're at 8 cups already, 8.5 cups. And it's back to looking soupy again. It's not even pulling it's not pulling the dough away from the sides of the bowl or the bottom of it. I'm concerned now because I need to add some more. I need to add some more yeast to this. Sorry about that, but I do because I don't want to. It's better than it is. Alright, so I've got about 8 cups and another half a cup of yeast because I used 2 1/4 cups of yeast in this. This is going to end up going to waste, and I hate that. I hate that. But I'm not willing. The only thing that's not going to go to waste is that flour. I'm going to put that aside. So there's 8 cups of flour in here. And I'm going to just let this sit and rise. Do its thing. And then I'll come back to it. So, this is going to rise. I need to clean up my mess because I have one heck of a mess here. And cover that with foil. And I need to put a little bit of oil on top of this. On top of the bread. Alright, now I'm going to wash my hands. Get this stuff put away. Be right back. And then I'm going to let you guys go. And then we'll do the next part after the dough rises and doubles in size. It's hot. Okay. So now, let me cover this up. I'm going to set this aside and let it do its thing. Let me pull out so I don't forget. So I used 8.5 cups of rising flour. So there is about 2.5 cups of flour in here. So 2.5 cups of bread flour. And this is August 23rd. All right, so now we're going to put this in here and it's going to go in the freezer. And I'm going to clean up my mess and get everything situated. And I will see you guys when this doubles in size. And we'll do the next part. See you in a little bit. Later.